Today, we're diving into something called Node-RED. It's a seriously powerful tool that's completely changing the game for anyone building things for the Internet of Things. So let's just start with the big challenge, right? We're surrounded by all this cool stuff, machines, sensors, web services, but getting them all to talk to each other. That usually means you have to be a programming wizard, getting tangled up in lines and lines of complex code. But what if there was a better way? Well, there is, and this is it. Node-RED. It's the answer to that exact problem. Think of it as a visual tool where you literally draw connections between all those different pieces. Instead of writing code, you're wiring things together, kind of like a digital flowchart. And hey, this isn't some new kid on the block. Node-RED actually started its life inside IBM. But the moment things really took off was in 2016 when they made it open source. That just lit a fire under the community, and today, it's pretty much a go-to standard for real-deal industrial applications. Okay, so let's get into how this whole thing actually works. It really all boils down to two really simple but really powerful ideas: nodes and flows. If you can wrap your head around these two, you've pretty much got Node-RED. The absolute best way to think about a node is to picture a Lego brick. Yep, a Lego brick. Each one is designed to do one very specific job. And the best part is, you don't have to have a clue how it works on the inside. You just snap it into place. And I'm not talking about a little starter set of bricks either. Thanks to that amazing open source community, there are over 2,000 of these nodes ready to go in the public library. That is a massive toolbox of functions just waiting for you to use. So what kind of jobs can these Lego bricks do? Oh, pretty much anything you can think of for an IoT project. You've got nodes that read sensor data, nodes that connect to a database, or even nodes that send an email or shoot a file over to your Google Drive. They can even speak the special languages that machines use, like MQTT and Modbus. And this slide right here really just says it all. On the left, you've got the old way, a wall of text, confusing syntax. It's tough. And on the right, you have Node-RED. You build what are called flows by literally dragging, dropping, and connecting the dots. The logic is right there in front of you, visual, intuitive, and so much easier to understand. You know, theory is one thing, but let's actually make this real. We're going to walk through how you'd build a simple but super practical application, a system that keeps an eye on a temperature sensor and sends out an email alert if things get a little too hot. So, the logic for our little system is a straightforward four-step flow. First, an input node grabs the data from our sensor. Easy enough. Second, a function node looks at that data and decides if it's in an alarm state. Now third, and this is the clever bit, a special node called an RBE node checks if the alarm state has actually changed. And finally, if it has, an email node fires off a warning. Now here's how the magic happens under the hood. The data moves between these nodes inside a little package called a message object. Think of it like a parcel on an assembly line. As you can see here, each node, each station, can add or change something. The input node adds the raw sensor reading. The next node processes it into a real temperature and adds an alarm flag. And the last one gets the exact text ready for our email. And because of that special RBE node, it stands for Report by Exception, our little application is smart. It's not going to spam your inbox every 5 seconds telling you the temperature is high. No. It only sends an alert the moment things become critical. It's event-driven, which is just so much more efficient and, frankly, way more useful. All right, so we've seen a simple example. Let's zoom out now and talk about the bigger picture, because this simple concept has a massive impact out in the real world. And I mean, this isn't just a hobbyist tool. Real companies like Light are using Node-RED to pull data from machines they have all over the world. Just like they say here, it lets their engineers, sitting comfortably back at headquarters, analyze and fine-tune performance from thousands of miles away. And that ability, it translates into some huge wins for the business. You're looking at way higher productivity for their teams, you're looking at reduced costs, and of course, you're looking at the incredible power to analyze and fix systems no matter where you are. So there you have it. That's Node-RED. It's visual, it's intuitive, and it's an incredibly powerful way to connect the world around us. It basically takes that traditional coding barrier and just knocks it right down, which leaves us with a pretty exciting final thought. What would you connect if writing code wasn't an obstacle?